Well, the man doing 30 to 60 years for sexually molesting young boys may continue to receive state retirement benefits. That's right, a pension to the tune of about 60 grand a year. We're talking about Jerry Sandusky, the former Penn State assistant football coach with 45 child sex abuse convictions. His monthly pension payments were cut off when he went to prison, but no, not so fast. An independent state official looked at the case again and says Jerry Sandusky actually should continue being paid that pension. Yeah, I don't have to tell you, the idea of a child sex criminal receiving state money is really not sitting well with a lot of people in Pennsylvania. So let's get into this. CNN's Sarah Ganim here, CNN commentator and legal analyst, also Mel Robbins. Sarah, first of all, how does this even happen that he's able to collect this money? The right thing seems to cut him off.
This is all about the kind of crime that he committed. If it had been a financial crime, no question he would lose the state pension. But Pennsylvania law was not amended to include sex crimes until 2004 in the list of crimes that would cause you to lose your state pension. And at that point, Jerry Sandusky was already retired. He was no longer an employee. And so this hearing examiner says, look, he's recommending to the board. Now, it's important to know this is not a final decision. He's making this recommendation to a board who will decide in the fall the final answer. But he's saying it doesn't matter that the crimes are heinous. It doesn't matter that he committed them while he was an employee on Penn State's campus. That doesn't matter at all. Now, as you can imagine, some of these victims, and there are almost 30 of them who have come forward at this point, some of them are absolutely outraged. I just want to read to you some of these. I talked to the attorney for one of them this morning who said, I'm disgusted by the fact that he is going to continue to be paid by some of taxpayer money. And another victim advocate who said he shouldn't be receiving any benefits, especially benefits related to Penn State. I think it's absolutely outrageous. He's entitled to any benefits associated with the place where he offended upon so many young men.
Oh, and so, Mel, let's bring you in on this. Yep. So the law was changed in 2004. Correct. Why isn't it retroactive? So are you saying that, for example, because he retired in 1999, he's safe because this just wasn't instituted 5 years earlier?
Let me put it to you in different terms. So he's convicted of a crime, right? He goes away to jail. Do we take all of his assets? Do we seize his house? No. Do we seize his stock portfolio? No. Do we seize his car? No, because he owns those assets. While it's disgusting, while it's morally offensive that he's receiving a pension based on his employment at Penn State, the fact of the matter is he retired in 1999 before these crimes were committed that he was prosecuted for. And at the time that he retired, it means that the pension is property that he has earned and that he is entitled to, just like he is entitled to stock benefits.
But if he had retired, let's say in 2005, as opposed to 1999,
yes, the law would apply.
It would strip it.
100%.
So it's basically an issue of timing.